All right, let's see whose stocks are rising on S&D 500. As always, there's a lot of great performances around the league. Is there one, two, maybe that stuck out to you?
Yeah, so I want to highlight the Winnipeg Sea Bears big man, Simi Shitu. He has been awesome. I think he's been really, really great. I mean, all on top of that, like, he has a history in the CEBL. One of the best rebounders ever in CEBL history. Was an All-Canadian a couple of years ago. I think adding him in Winnipeg's system where it's like, dude, crash the glass, be a big body, be a guy who can get offensive rebounds for them. He had 25-2 in a win over Montreal, 18-11-3 in a win over Sask. He's just a big body, a big presence, and I think that's exactly what they were missing with their combination of scores that they have. So yeah, Simi is my guy for highlighting this week.
Yeah, and Winnipeg on a 3-game winning streak. I know Mike Taylor's been waiting, and that fan base has been waiting for Simi to show up, and now the combination and Jalen Harris, it's only up for those guys over there.
Yeah, for sure. What about you?
Speaking of momentum, I got Quindary. Speaking of momentum, I got Quindary Weatherspoon out of the Brampton Honey Badgers. 20 points per game, 6 assists per game, and close to 6 steals per game as well. What impressed me is he made a lot of big plays during that stretch against the Stingers. A game that almost, the Stingers crept back into and were able to, come back and win that game. But Quindary was a huge part of the reason the Honey Badgers were able to hold them off and win that basketball game. The only thing I would say is let's bring down the turnovers a bit. Yeah, otherwise, fair. Brampton, you got somebody in Quindary.
Yeah, he's a baller. He is just a lights-out guy who can score on all 3 levels, and now it's just about kind of cleaning it up and making sure it leads to wins for Brampton. Okay, I got another guy for you. All right, want to shout out the Edmonton Stingers, man. They've been playing some good basketball. There's actually a couple guys here that we can mention, but I want to highlight Sean East Lee.
You mean Sean East the second?
Okay, anyways, look, he's been hooping.
Okay,
it doesn't matter if it's Lee or anybody else. He's been balling out. He had 24-6 in a win over Ottawa. Had 35-8 in a loss versus Niagara. That was an interesting game. And then 23-3-2 in a win over Brampton. I just think he's like such a consistent presence for them. And Edmonton has always been one of those teams that gets contributions from everybody. Sean East, the second, hooping right now. Okay, final guy.
You mentioned some of the other guys, though. Scotty Lindsay and Nick Hornsby could be easily on this list as well. Yeah. I got Donovan Williams out of the Scarborough Shooting Stars. He's been there since day one, and they've been relying on him to be a scorer, 25.5 points per game on 49% shooting.
Yep.
Now that they got Cat Barber, they can start to develop their chemistry from last year as well, and hopefully, Scarborough can get a bit of a winning streak. They've been in a slump right now, but Donovan's been holding it down.
Yeah, he has been. I honestly, I think we're going to start to mention a lot more names from Scarborough coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have to see on next week's episode if any of the other ones crack the list, but that's S&D 500.